Welcome to another edition of 2K to the NBA. We are your hosts. My name is Shaun Amin, and to my right, my partner,
Heath Brown. 2K to the NBA.
He likes to call himself HBZ, but he didn't say that this time. So
I didn't say HBZ.
That was the first time you said it.
Right. I didn't want to go get away with it. I didn't want to
If
get
fans are wondering why we're dressed, especially today, it's because we have, I'm excited, man. I'm excited about today's matchup.
We got history.
The history. The two most storied franchises in the NBA and the greatest, what may be the greatest sports rivalry in the NBA.
Of all time.
All time.
Not in the NBA. The NBA was built, let's just say it, on the backs of the Lakers and the Celtics. I mean, combined the most championships, dominating players, all-stars. Everything comes out of these two teams and have been coming out of these two teams for the history of the league.
Years, since the 80s, since Magic Larry Bird established this as a rivalry, in the minds of basketball fans everywhere. But we're not going to waste too much time. We got a lot to talk about, so let's take a look and start.
Welcome to this Thursday night edition of the NBA alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan on 2K Sports. It's always a flashback to one of the NBA's golden eras when these two teams get together. Tonight, it's the Boston Celtics taking on the visiting Los Angeles Lakers. They look to start a new streak after losing on Monday.
I thought they committed a lot of unnecessary fouls in that game, guys, and that got them into trouble. And in the end, that may have been the difference.
Yep, and that's really a lack of discipline there. I mean, they just weren't under control defensively during a lot of the game.
And now the Lakers starting group. World Peace, Gasol and Bynum are the front court. Fisher and Kobe man the backcourt. And for the Celtics, Pierce and KG at the 3 and the 4. Rondo and Allen make up the backcourt, and it's O'Neal in at the 5.
While the game's running, let's talk a little bit about where these two teams stand right now, Heath. I think we've established in our first episode that this is a season of youth and depth, and these two teams are not necessarily young or deep. As it stands, the Celtics are 14-10, and the Lakers are 14-11.
Not impressive records at all. Let's just begin with the fact that we just talked about the history of these two teams. You have two teams that combine this type of firepower. They're aging. Let's just call it what it is. They're getting a little older. Contracts are running low.
A little long in the tooth.
A little long in the tooth. The K9s are showing, and that's when these two teams are wiped out, right?
As definitely they're in playoff contention. They're not tops in their conferences, not even close.
Not even close.
But Kobe is leading the league in scoring, so he's still showing he's averaging 29 points a game. He's showing the league that he can still.
You know what, Shaun? At this point in Kobe's career, at this point even watching Kobe, hey Kobe, you out there? I love you, man. Your game is lovely, but we have seen that. It's time to evolve. If the Lakers are to win, and the Lakers, we're talking about a playoffs, like you said, a playoff caliber team as well as the Celtics, then Kobe, you're gonna have to start
showing the league that he still needs to be reckoned with. He is still the assassin. I'm gonna say my personal comments because I'm being objective here on 2K to the NBA. He has shown the league that he can get it done from anywhere on the court, and he is the league's most lethal scorer.
He is the Black Mamba, and let's just call it for what it is. I don't even know what the Black Mamba looks like or what it is. That's how foreign and deadly of a snake this must be. And that's just like how it's
Kobe just became the 5th all-time leading scorer in the NBA. Congratulations, Mr. Bryant. That's
number 5, big boy. Number 5.
And on the Celtics side, Paul Pierce just became the 3rd all-time leading Celtics scorer.
Stats, man.
So it's interesting how these two teams parallel each other. Their records are very similar. They're similar in age. The only thing that the Celtics may have, and we'll discuss this more in the next segment after halftime.
Okay.
But
they
have a young piece in Rondo. And the Lakers don't have a young piece right now.
Deadly Rajon Rondo. Double R.
We're going to talk trades and rumors after the halftime. But, it's nice that we get excited about this matchup. There's no better game to watch.
That's why the jerseys are on. It's that time of the season.
On that note, we're going to take a look at the halftime stats. I think the 2K simulation should be about at half right now. And we'll come back and we'll have some more highlights for you.
Put the popcorn down, but don't put down the joysticks.
I hope you're having a good one. Time now for the HP Halftime Show. The Los Angeles Lakers in front against Boston. They're scoring at ease. Is it great offense or weak defense? Whatever it is, they're lighting up that scoreboard. Pau Gasol has simply been taking over against Boston. After 2, he's got 10 points. He's been getting it done on both ends of the court. Look at the assists. Look at the rebounds. It's all adding up to a great first half. And still in it, the Celtics hanging around. Seems a little like they're sleepwalking out there, not a lot of energy, getting outworked and out-hustled. Jermaine O'Neal struggling a bit early on. An abysmal field goal percentage, the shot not cooperating. These two have set the benchmark so far tonight, leading their teams in first half scoring. Thanks for tuning in. Now back to the action in Boston.
Well, we just got finished covering the halftime stats. It's been a great game thus far.
Tight game, fellas.
Tight game, but
and ladies.
The Lakers have a slight lead
bad.
at the half, but we'll see what the Celtics can do in the second half. We're going to let the simulation run some more until we get to the end of the game. But let's talk about what was reported this morning. This morning, when everyone woke up in the Twitter world, I guess rumors, as they do, spread like wildfire, and Mr. Gasol was awoken to his Twitter account, and there was a report that supposedly there was a conversation between the Lakers and the Celtics, and the discussion was a trade between the Celtics and the Lakers, which I can't even imagine happening. But the trade was Paul Gasol for Rajon Rondo.
Wow, I don't even know how to discuss that type of thing on tape, on camera. That to me, I need a moment when you had that type of rumor. I need a moment when you talk about trading Paul Gasol, 7-footer, can play two positions solidly, for a rising star in Rajon Rondo, which I'm going to call you right now, the double R, the Rolls Royce. I just don't think that's a good trade for the Celtics, number one. Great trade for LA. I will take that trade.
I misspoke earlier when I said the Lakers didn't have a young piece. They do. They have Andrew Bynum. And, you know, whatever you say about the guy, he's actually my favorite.
Bynum, Kobe, and Rolls Royce?
When and if he stays healthy, if he can stay healthy, Bynum is a monster. He's a beast. So, in this new system, I don't think they really need Gasol. What the Lakers have needed for a while now is a point guard. No disrespect, Derek Fisher. And no, I look nothing like you. But we thank you for being the president of the Players Association. Rondo would be
perfect.
Would be perfect. I mean,
you talk about a player that doesn't even need the ball. You talk about a player that can play in any system. I believe like you say it again, please, Shaun.
What do you want me to say again?
He wants to pass.
He wants to pass.
He wants to pass.
That's what he does. That's what he does for a living. He loves to pass the ball more than he loves to score the ball. So in this system with Kobe unwilling to share the rock, it makes sense to get an all-star caliber point guard like Rondo. Rumors. We love them. I think this all came from the fact that we know you Laker fans have been hoping and praying for Dwight Howard. It's not going to happen. Let me make this clear. I've said this from the beginning of the season, especially when Odom left. When Odom walked away, he, in effect, slammed the door on any chance of getting Dwight Howard. But also, a couple days before the rumor that surfaced this morning, I guess Mr. Bryant had a conversation with Mr. Howard.
Oh, my goodness. Kobe, say it ain't so.
If this is true, Kobe let Dwight know that he would be third fiddle in the lineup.
Third fiddle? Cole, seriously. Gasol doesn't even want to shoot anymore. You're at the post-down position.
I honestly don't think Kobe wanted Dwight.
Take a page out of Chris and the Clippers, the Lob City. Just lob it to him, man.
Well, that's the thing. It's actually the Lakers do lead the league in lobs. And that's a quiet state. They do lead the league in lobs because between Gasol and Bynum, they've been doing a lot.
Who's lobbing? Who's catching?
Gasol and Bynum. Their interior game has been great. And this is why I don't understand. You've got these two 7-footers that have played together for this long. Why would you want to break them up? I know you need another piece, but it's not the way to go about it. There's other things that you can do.
This is time for a change. He still is a B+, A- power forward in the league. He's probably still top 5 in the league in power forward position. But at age 32, and with the trade rumors of last season, the trade rumors of this season, the relationships, the Kardashian, the whole little... It's time for a change.
It's LA. And, you know,
some rain on your face in Boston.
We are here in LA. We're not really in Paris.
Some cabbage.
But it might look like we're in Paris, but we're not.
We're not in Paris. This is LA.
So, you know, again, the Celtics got off to a slow start. Paul Pierce was hurt in the beginning of the season. He's having career lows. He's only averaging 18 points a game. But when he came back, he showed that he still has it too. I mean, he's put up some pretty impressive numbers when he came back into the lineup. He is their captain. And I think we're going to take a look at these final game stats, and we'll see.
What you call it? I mean, I'm going to call it because you know Jersey. I mean, I'm calling it late.
Hopefully it's come down to the wire.
2K,
we need to take a look and check. Hopefully it's come down to the wire, and it'll be an exciting finish. But we're going to take a look right now.
Log on right now. Tell me who you think is going to win the game before we post to see who's winning the game. You tell me who you think, Lakers or Celtics, about to win. 2K style.
2K style. Well, we have just come to the end of the game, and you know 2K gotta love it. They gave us exactly what we wanted.
Double overtime.
Lakers are victorious, 114-108. 108.
I told you.
Let's quickly break down these stats, and then we can get on to some more highlights. But it was a battle. I mean, double overtime game, can't ask for more than that. The field goal percentage, Lakers definitely had the edge.
Pretty high field goal percentage.
Free throws were pretty much even, 25 for the Lakers, 22 for the Celtics.
Dominating a little bit more in the points in the paint, which
should
should be
look up and down.
Gasol. But a close game all over, pretty much.
Celtics actually out-rebounded the Lakers, and had 12 offensive rebounds.
Wow, that's huge.
But, as they should, points in the paint favored the Lakers, with Bynum and Gasol, those big trees in there.
I mean, that's going to be hard to cut them trees down. I mean, even a slow, dumb-footed Gasol at this point in his career, he still is going to be a valuable piece. And those extra points in the paint seem to be the difference of the game.
That definitely seems to be the difference of the game, because otherwise it was pretty close. Let's take a look at the player stats now and see exactly who for the Lakers. Kobe Bean Bryant, 65 points.
65-2-2.
On 24 for 40, shooting 3 from 9 from downtown, 65 points.
I mean, if you want ball hog, get 65.
I mean, he's gonna be. Yeah, he's not like it's a surprise.
If you want to get beat up after the game, drop 65 and win the game, and I'm pretty sure
it's Lakers Celtics matchup. So 65 for Kobe. I mean, it was battle. Gasol chipped in 18 and 13, and that's a good, like you said, he's gonna be productive.
Gasol's gonna be productive.
8 from 9.
I mean, missing one shot. I mean, 2K's going to develop a great game, and Gasol pretty much displayed what 2K has done for him. Now, can you do this in a real game?
Well, let's see. Fish put up 11 points, 4 assists.
Big shots, Fish.
You want to have more assists from your point guard, though. I mean, as we look at the assists, there are none. We know with Kobe, you don't get a lot of assists.
65 and 2.
But here's a surprise. Bynum, only 2 for 5. And this is the part of the problem that they've had this season is that, it's like Bynum gets the ball in this first half somewhat, but in the second half, it's like you got to keep going to the big man, and they just don't.
They just don't. I mean, 2 for 5 is just showing that they're not even respecting Bynum's power and abilities in the paint. And to me, he's already proven game in, game out. He's averaging what? 17 and 12. I mean, if you average 17 and 12, that is definitely a respectful game, and you should give him and feed him the ball more.
Lakers only got 12 points off the bench, so we're not seeing Celtics put up. And well, hey,
51,
it was that kind of game. Paul Pierce. It was obviously a Paul Pierce and Kobe Bryant showtime.
It was a showcase. It was a display. I mean, they put on a barrage of shots, 51 and 5 and 1. I mean, I'll say Paul was a little bit more productive in terms of the stat sheets. But, I mean, look at the help from Brandon Bass, 19 and 13.
And we didn't talk about that earlier, but Brandon Bass was a great trade for Big Baby. He's definitely got more of a face-up game, and I think he's a little tougher. He's a little tougher inside.
He's struggling to get his 19, but, I mean, 6 for 15, I definitely think he needs to take a little bit less shots. And but seeing how 2K played it out, I mean, KG, pretty solid.
Yeah, Ray Allen, he's 6 for 12, 2 for 5 from downtown, 14 points. KG is double-double, 12 points, 10 boards.
And that's what KG's good for right about now at age 35, 36. I mean, 12 and 10 is pretty much what you expect out of him. And
6 for 9 shooting.
He's not gonna hurt you.
This was a battle, man. I mean, I'm almost upset that we couldn't show the whole game.
I did want to see the whole game myself. I mean, I'm sorry, but we did watch the double overtime. But Rolls Royce, I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean, so there's no doubt that I think we know who the player. Hope that the real game is going to be this good. Double overtime. Unfortunately, my boys, the Celtics, we lost. Big ups to the Lakers.
It was a lot of this.
14 to 108. Kobe Bryant, 65 points. He had a monster game. Paul Pierce was battling, 51.
He had a double nickel. He double nickel and triple nickel. Yeah, 55, 5 and 5, I think.
But I mean, that's what we want to see. It's going to be a great matchup. But we want to thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to try and do these weekly. We're going to stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks again. I'm Shaun Amin
Heath Brown, H Boogie.
2K to the NBA all day.
2K to the NBA.